exactly what I wanted to see right now. Exactly the card I needed. Okay, so another counter. That is 5, so it's not terrible, you know. I think I have to be super aggressive here. Let's see. Everything has trample. So let's go to combat. Everything doubles. I'm gonna be super aggressive because, like I said, everything has trample, everything has vigilance. They don't have double strike, unfortunately, but it's enough to, you know. So how much goes through? 1426 exactly. Okay. Plus all the trample. Yeah, we got this. It's a easy decision. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another video on the channel. Today's video is going to be another Out Brawl episode. This time it's episode 21 with Jetmir, Nexus of Revels. This was the commander that won the poll. As always, that's what I tried to do. I only changed that rule once because Obeka was terrible. But apart from that, this is the one that won. If you don't know, Jetmir Nexus of Revels costs 4, 1 generic, 1 red, 1 green, 1 white. It's a 5/4 legendary cat demon, and it reads: creatures you control get +1/+0 and have vigilance as long as you control 3 or more creatures. Creatures you control also get +1/+0 and have trample as long as you control 6 or more creatures, and creatures you control also get +1/+0 and have double strike as long as you control 9 or more creatures. So what we want to do here, I built this in 2 ways that can work in tandem, meaning that there's one way, and you're gonna see that I built this thinking a little bit with energy strategy in mind. Cards like Guide of Souls, Jolted Awake, Galvanic Discharge, Solar Transformer, the Concoction Module, Fabrication Module as well, Scurry of Gremlins. This card is very good in this deck, trust me, and I think that's it. So these cards all do something related to energy. Guide of Souls gains you 1 life and gets you 1 energy for every creature that enters the battlefield. Jolted Awake gives you 2 energy, and then you choose a target artifact or creature card in your graveyard, and then you can pay an amount of energy equal to that card's mana value and return it to the battlefield. Galvanic Discharge gets you 2 energy, and you may pay any amount of energy to deal that much damage to a target creature or planeswalker. The Concoction Module gets you an energy whenever a creature you control enters. Solar Transformer gets you 3 energies, when it enters, and you can pay 1 energy to add 1 mana of any color. Fabrication Module gets you, whenever you get an energy, you can put a counter on creatures. And Scurry of Gremlins reads that when it enters the battlefield, you create 2 red gremlin creature tokens, and you get an amount of energy equal to the number of creatures you control. Then you can pay 4 as many times as you want, and creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste until end of turn. So this is an haste enabler. It creates tokens, it gives energy. It's fantastic, I think. And my idea was utilizing all of this energy to try and kill the game, because this allows our creatures to have haste and makes them bigger, and this makes 1 creature bigger and gives it flying. So with that in mind, our second way of doing this is very simple. We want to ramp up as much as possible with cards like Lighted Earthling, Chrome Ox, Llanowar Elves, Fanatic of Ronas, Galagreeters because it creates treasures, Arcane Signet, Chromatic Lantern as well, Smothering Tithe as well because it gives you treasures whenever your opponent draws a card, and everyone wants to draw cards, obviously. So these are the main ones, and then just put a lot of creatures, specifically creatures that create tokens or whatever. So you have cards like Ajani Nakatal Pariah, you have Ocelot Pride, you have Voice of Victory, you have cards like Pest Infestation will deal with enchantments or artifacts, and then you create twice those tokens, the tokens you destroy. You have Aloe Fountain that creates tokens, Adeline creates tokens, and Impakal creates tokens. I thought of putting Arabella here, but I decided against it because we saw enough of it. Torrens creates tokens, Genifay creates tokens, Anointed Procession doubles the tokens you create. There we go, my mouse is annoying me. Mondrak doubles the amounts of tokens you create. Eleni creates tokens, Selvala creates tokens, Elspeth creates tokens and doubles the amounts of tokens, Wormcoil Engine creates tokens, Dollmaker's Shop creates tokens. I think you see what I'm getting at, right? I forgot about something very important. Windcrack Siege as well, it also creates tokens. And then you just have a bunch of cards that will try and impede your opponents to, you know, do their plan, like Mother of Runes, Path to Exile, Grand Abolisher, Heroic Intervention, Boros Charm. Boromir makes everything indestructible, split up, the One Ring obviously, Settle the Wreckage is a very important card. Then you have the finishers, Crater of Behemoth, Moonshackle Cavalry, and Etali, and also Jetmir. Those are probably, like I said, the finishers. So this is basically it, guys. I'm not gonna blab on for much longer. You will see how this deck works. You will see how good this deck actually is. The deck works pretty well. It's super fun to play with. It's super annoying to play against. It's super annoying to play with sometimes as well, because even though we have 37 lands, it's 3 colors. So sometimes they're gonna get screwed, but didn't happen. I mean, it happened a little bit often, but Jetmir is that strong and it can actually fight against even the shuffler. So with that being said, let's get in some games. Well, sorry to start the video already in this screen, but OBS being OBS, the mic wasn't picking up anything, so nothing was lost. So all good, I guess. In the grand scheme of things, all good with everything but the I'll take the One Ring out. Why not? All good but the shuffler, obviously. I should have taken that out, but hello buddy, how are you? You good? Good. Okay, so nothing happening there. Really don't have anything to do, so I'll just pass turn. 3630. Okay, that's nice. I will actually go with this one. I can pay it, so all good. This means we can ramp up a little bit, which is always nice. Faceless Agent. Past Infestation only deals with artifacts and or enchantment, and this deals with artifacts and or enchantment. So we can pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. We can pay 1 green and then 2 and deal with those 2. But do we want to do that right now? I don't think we do. I will Smothering Tithe actually. And yes, I will pay the thingy, the cost. Because with a little bit of luck, see, our opponent is drawing more cards. If he doesn't pay, we get more mana. If we get more mana, we can play more things. Just in case you were confused. Okay, so let's we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can actually go with an Impakal and Luminous Broodmoth. Our deck loves green, man. It really does love green. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? I'm gonna Surveil. Lead up. Perfect. Perfect. You gotta love it. I am not gonna pay now because I wanna go with an Impakal, and well, this is actually pretty good for both of us. He's getting cards, I'm getting mana. I'll actually pay because I will get my... Oh, I didn't. Right, because he didn't draw. But I think that's good for us either way. Okay, so he's paying now, which is a little bit weird, because that pretty much means he's not willing to play the first sliver this turn, which might mean... What does this do as long as I'm not going to... Okay. Okay. So... I could go with that, take out the heuristic study and the profts. Yeah, I'll do that. So heuristic and profts eidetic memory. So does that interest me that to get the mana? I'll let him draw one more time. Why not? It's not like I have a lot to do, but I'm gonna do this because with the Jolted Awake, I can go bring an Impakal back if I want to. Plus, it's gonna come back either way with the Luminous Brood Moth, I mean, and with a counter. So. With a flying counter. I'm just double checking to see if I read it correctly. Oh, I couldn't. Oh, I could because I still have 2 energy. Okay, that's fine. I don't think our opponent will now. Okay, so yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't think our opponent will now pay. What? Menace. Damn, that's rough, man. Well, we have 4 little blockers here. 5 if we count the Luminous Brood Moth. Plus, best thing that that's gonna happen next turn is that we are going to attack with an Impakal and Luminous Brood Moth. These will probably not really care that much, and we're just splitting up and killing everything our opponent has. Okay. Oh, that is a good one. But we'll have more than enough mana, so let's go to combat. Attacking with those 2 definitely does not matter, and we will destroy all untapped creatures. We are losing 4 creatures, gaining 4 life as well in the process, but our opponent loses everything. Thank you. We're not gonna get any other tokens back, obviously, so now I'm gonna go with that, and then I can Jetmir. So we have 2 energy, and now let's see if our opponent has something up his sleeve, you know, like the exile one, the farewell, for example. We're kind of screwed, but apart from that, deals 1 damage. Okay, I am fine with that. We do only have 1 singular thing to do at this point. I'm gonna attack with those 2 again. I'll be creating 2 tokens. There's no point in... Oh, damn it, I paid. So I'll go for that one. I made a mistake. I forgot that when you press the space button, it just automatically accepts and not and not what's it called, doesn't say that no, I don't want this to trigger. So that's on me. Oh my god, that's crazy. Okay, so lots happening. We are not, definitely not out of the... We are not safe here. Our opponent kinda whiffed, but he's gonna have more than enough mana to search his library for a sliver. So we kinda need to... Oh, that sucks. We kinda need to win next turn. Okay, you got Brainstorm. Brainstorm is actually pretty good for him, for our opponent, you know. But we need something good. We need a creature here. We're gonna be creating a bunch of mana. So when it comes to mana, I am fine, more than fine actually. Okay, so good game, man. Good game, good game. Perfect way to start this video. Great showing off of what Jetmir can do, but the MVP is Luminous Broodmoth. It allowed us to have an Impakal as a big threat, and Smothering Tide just gave us all the mana we needed. Very curious to see what we would have. All good, let's get to another one. So, pretty solid win. Ruski Bruski with the Zuza Lost But Seeking. This is one of those decks that will just go batshit crazy. But I like this hand actually. We have turn 1 ramp, turn 2 ramp, protection for Jetmir. We have a little bit of energy thingies, so can't really complain. Definitely like this hand. Hopefully, well, we're playing against mono green, so apart from a lot of artifact removal and stuff like that, it's pretty safe to assume that we are at most going to see yeah, I don't mind that, fighting spells. Obviously huge creatures, but usually it's mostly fighting spells. Okay, Gala Greeters is down, which is also very solid for us. And I'm gonna Boromir now, so that I can well, since we have a lot of mana, so I think this is what I want to do now. Well, a lot of mana. We have 5 mana. At this point it's not terrible, you know. Can't really complain that much. Okay, so he's gonna go all out insanity with the lands. He may play 2 additional lands, so that's it. That's 4/5. Okay, we got one more. Of course we do. We can go with Jetmir, but I think I would rather go with Swift Boots. And we still have enough for a scurry of gremlins, which are going to create 2 gremlins, which are going to give us a tap treasure token, and I'm going to put a counter on Gala Greeters, and we have 8 energy at this point. I am not going to attack. I'm just gonna pass turn, because Jetmir will be much more dangerous next turn. So, Traveling Chocobo, that sucks for us. As long as these creatures don't have trample, we have stuff to do. So, we can just block. Okay. Oof. But this wasn't a smart play if our opponent counts on crack the Broker's Hideout right now. You know, I'll take 10 if needed. Well, I will not now, most likely, but so 11, 12. That is crazy. We need like a Shaker Cavalry or something, but like, why do all that with Kazando Mammoth right now? You know what I mean? Yeah, sure, why not? So I'm gonna put another counter. I will Swiftfoot Boots. Swiftfoot Boots does not give gives haste, but I don't really care about the haste. I can pay for double the triggers. I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I'm not gonna do anything at this point. I'm just gonna pass turn, no attacks, and turn. So now I'm kind of afraid of one of those big creatures like Crater of Behemoth or something like that, man. You know, that's gonna be dangerous. So still no trample except on the 8/8, right? Or does that give trample? Okay, so no, I obviously need to block. I will block with just that, I guess. I don't mind taking the 9. Everything has vigilance, which goddamn sucks, but yeah, man, that's exactly what I wanted to see right now. Exactly the card I needed. Okay, so another counter. That is 5, so it's not terrible, you know. I think I have to be super aggressive here. Let's see. Everything has trample. So let's go to combat. Everything doubles. I'm gonna be super aggressive. Because like I said, everything has trample, everything has vigilance. They don't have double strike, unfortunately, but it's enough to, you know. So how much goes through? 1426 exactly. Okay. Plus all the trample. Yeah, we got this. It's a easy decision. Because I was thinking, like, should I crack Boromir and just protect everything? But why? What's the point? So our opponent's deck was actually very, very good. It synergized perfectly. I just think our opponent missed the excellent opportunity to do all of these shenanigans when he could actually attack with Kazando Mammoth, because he dealt 9 damage, but in that first turn when the Mammoth hit the battlefield and he had summoning sickness, he made it get into a 19/19. I would have been forced to block. It would be one less creature, a 10/6 or a 10/10 or a 10/9 or whatever to attack him, you know, so that could have made a difference, but I guess our opponent was in a hurry to show off what his deck could do. I get it. Let's get into another one. So our opponents are just equipped with everything. We are facing so many decks that are, you know, built around like green and go wide and strong creatures, you know, so basically kind of like mirror matches, but I guess their decks are just better built. I chose this even though we don't really have red, because we can surveil looking for that red, and we now will change a little bit our strategy. We could Fanatic of Ronas, but we are going to Gala Greeters, so that we can next turn try and Fanatic of Ronas and get the treasures, because I think we're gonna need them. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take 2. I'll take 3, I mean. Well, 3 at least, because we never know what the hell our opponents will do, especially with red. So not gonna lose any more life, just gonna play that, play a little Fanatic of Ronas, nothing crazy, nothing interesting, create a tap treasure, attack, deal our first piece of damage of the game, and just chill. We now have a slight blocker, which we're going to lose, but next turn we are going to play Elspeth and maybe kill Alana and Elena, so not terrible. I don't know exactly where our opponent's going to put the power. Probably on Frenzied Ballast, but maybe a fight spell is coming. I don't know, man. Yeah, so we'll take 5 this turn. No blocks. Elspeth. Yep, that's fine. We need to Elspeth. We're gonna lose the... Well... Nah, the Baloth has... as trample, so but he can just replay it. So I don't know how we're gonna fare in this matchup, to be honest. We're gonna lose our Elspeth for sure, if not directly to the Frenzied Palette, because it has trample, so I'm not gonna put anything in front of it. Yeah, I think this is done already. So let's see. Maybe our opponent will go straight to the face, because right now we legitimately have nothing to get him to worry. I don't want to lose Galagritas, but I might have to. I'll block there. So I'm going to do that. Create 2 tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 7. I can actually Rising of the Day. And Jetmir maybe. Or Windcrag Siege and Jetmir. Yeah, why not? I'm going to Jetmir. Everything has vigilance now, and we can actually, yeah, so we have more mana now. I forgot about that. So we can have 4, 5, 6. I can go with that. Costs 4, still have 2. Gonna be enough for a solar transformer, I think, which is not fantastic, but I don't know, man. Let's see if we can survive this, because Alana and Elena can most likely just kill us right off bat. 2 treasures is good, but it would be fantastic if we had something along the lines of heroic intervention or something. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna have to block with Jetmir. That's obvious, because he's not gonna put the counters on the Bonehard Dracosaur, and even if he does, this is a 7. This will let 3 go, so I will need to block with Jetmir either way, unless he goes to Elspeth or something. Or just attack with that one. Does he have something he can utilize to just straight up kill us? Okay. It is weird. Don't really understand the logic behind that one, but I'm sure that there was something, you know? So I'm going to Rising of the Day. I'm going to... Why are you putting that there? That is dumb. That is very goddamn dumb. I'm gonna go with green there. I will Toski. And I guess I'll try and do this, because there's a lot of... He only has 1 blocker in the air. 1 creature with reach. All of our creatures have vigilance. All of our creatures have flying. So he needs to block. So he chooses to lose. Okay. That is fine. We don't lose Jetmir. We will draw some cards. Okay. Anything helpful? Not really. So we're gonna go with that. If I do that, I will have 4 there, I think. So this doesn't say activate only if you control a creature. Okay, so it doesn't really have what's it called? It doesn't really have a stipulation like activate only as a sorcery or something, because this has reach as well. I don't think our opponent will pay. 5, 6, 7. But now we have blockers at least, which is something. So a Braid is gonna take out what? Or who? Because he can kill Voice of Victory, he can kill any of these 2 tokens. He can just chill and wait for whatever we put on the battlefield, I don't know. +4, +0 on the Frenzied Ballot, that would make sense. But this costs 7, which is a lot of mana. He's looking at that token, so maybe he's going to try and kill it with a Braid. Okay, so a Braid in Voice of Victory. So it's 1 less blocker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's see. Still 6 mana available. Alana and Elena costs 8. That does not really matter because it doesn't have haste, so we're not worried about that one. Again, if needed, we will put everything we can in front of the Frenzied Ballot. I would much rather not to, but okay. So it's gonna deal 4 damage to target creature. And how the hell did he manage to play this for so much? Oh, Fanatic of Ronus. Okay. Fanatic of Ronus plus the Zookeeper. Okay. So I want to see what or where our opponent puts the things. Okay. So attacking. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. 5 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attackers. I don't know how to get out of this. Well, I think I still need to do this either way. Target up to 1 player. It's me, obviously. And now we're going to... Let's see, we're going to put that there now. Can't do that. So I think we're dead either way, but that one there. Those 2 there because it has menace. That one there and that one there. I think it has to be this way. We are not dead basically because of okay, take action obviously. Yeah, that's exactly what I needed, man. Oh dear lord. So if we do this, we will still have enough for a Dollmaker's Shop or a Windcrack Siege. So I'm gonna Jetmir. I think that's the first thing we need to do. And again, why are you not spending the treasures? Game. Stupid game, man. Jesus. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I create 2 tokens, we have nothing with reach. So let me do that first. Everything has vigilance. We are creating more tokens. We should have. Yeah, but we didn't have anything with reach, so we couldn't really do that. Okay, so he's letting Alana and Elena die again. Our opponent goes to 2 now. We're drawing 2 cards. Let's see if we draw something good that actually helps. I don't think so. I could go with the Luminous Broodmoth because that will give me a little bit more of safety. Plus it's a 5/4, which is always nice. Sucks I cannot play any of these, but we have blockers again. Blockers in the air and stuff like that, so 8, 9, 10. So our opponent has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. He can play Alana and Elena. Again, for like the 4th or 5th time this game. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, don't tell me you have a way to kill the Luminous Broodmoth. You do, okay. You do, you don't. I'm a little bit confused, to be completely honest with you guys, but we are doing our best. Don't judge me. Okay, so that's a 9/9. I will block with Toski because it's indestructible. If he has a way of giving our opponent's creature trample, then it's a risk I had to take, but killing the Broodmoth does very little here. I am fine with that. It does very little because my creatures are flying either way, so I'll block there. I'll block there, and I could double block there. I will double block there. So we are definitely not dead yet, I guess. Ooh. I think we are more than not dead. I think this was good, man. This was a good one, finally. God damn it, man. This was a good one. Our opponent played Alana and Elena, what? It starts with 4, 5 times because it was at 10 in the last time he played. Such a shame he couldn't fire off with Italy, man. That would have been fantastic, but our opponent had absolutely no chance. We would just zero and basically run over everything our opponent had, but pretty decent one. Let's get into another one. Steel Cade with Glissa Sunslayer. This is going to be a difficult matchup. Glissa as I kind of like this hand, why not? Glissa has abilities that make her a very good commander, a very good card in general, but a very good commander. But if we manage to, you know, get our game plan down, then we might have a way of... No, I don't think I want that. I think we need to be a little bit more aggressive on this one, so I will most likely win Crag Siege next turn. Relentless Death. Yeah, I'll definitely win Crag Siege. And I'll choose Jeskai. So we can create tokens. Because we have Elspeth and Ginny Faye. Ginny Faye can already come down. Elspeth not really. We will maybe probably, I guess, have blockers. So that is a good one. What do we need? We need more white, I think. Because we have a lot of green. Yeah, I think white is the choice here. So I could go with Ginny Faye. If needed, we can try and block with it. No attacks. Hopefully the token doesn't die. Hopefully none of our creatures die except by blocking Glissa, but we'll see. I need to discard a card. Okay, I'll discard the Crater Hoof because it's insane. Okay, so definitely doing that. I will go with the dog. It's a 3/1. It has lifelink. That's good. And now I'm a little... I think this is the play still. You know, creating double the tokens. If Ginny Faye dies, it's gonna be tricky. Well, it's only tricky because we haven't found our 5th land. Because if/when Elspeth gets into the battlefield, things will be much easier because we're going to be creating 2 4 tokens a turn. Aquazot. Okay, that is rough. Because I'm going to have to be forced to start discarding cards, which I really don't want to. I mean, okay, perfect. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so... Okay, I see you. I change of plans. Well, same plan but change of plans. I'm going to destroy Aklazot because he can only do anything. He can only come back if / when I'm not gonna attack with anything. I really want to just have blockers for Glissa at this point in time, so especially now that the other elf, so Glissa only. Terror of Tawashi. I pay 4, return target okay, that's right. So let's see if our opponent does anything. So it doesn't have the 1 to pay. There's only 1 attacking, so that's perfectly fine by me. I will keep now I'm creating 4, so I don't think we're in a position of complaining that much. How much land do I need for this turn? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I go with 6, does that make any difference for us? No, it does not. So well, I could actually I might end the game right here, so I don't think it makes a difference, but I'll go with the mountain just because. I'll play Jetmir. I'll make everything fly and I'll just attack and win the game. So I'm really glad I saw that that strategy, let's put it that way, that path. Not a lot more to say. Jetmir came in, gave everything vigilance. Elspeth gave everything flying and +1/+1. It was just one of those situations where even if we chose to create the tokens, we will probably win because our opponent had 4 blockers for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 creatures that would have trample, some of them lifelink, but trample, double strike, and vigilance. So probably we would have won either way, but I don't know if we're gonna finish off with another game or if the next screen is gonna be the final thought screen, but let's see what happens. So hopefully this can be a great game or a terrible one, we'll see. Path to Exile, I will definitely keep this end. 1,000,000% this end is decent enough. I will Stomping Ground. I don't really have a turn 1 play to make, so great that our opponent didn't either. I will now Voice of Victory. Unfortunately, we don't have the other white mana for the Adeline, but what do we need most? Green, most likely, yeah. I'll attack. There's no point not to. Our opponent can just block 1, take 2. No one loses nothing, really. And if I want to, I can just Path to Exile whatever, either Delny or Heir Apparent, but we always have an endurance to play, so I was going to assume our opponent would play he's attacking, so I will endurance actually. Who cares? He's just a blocker. Okay, one less thing to worry about. That is a good one. I will take that one too. So next turn, or this turn I mean, our opponent can actually just, I think I'm not going to attack, not going to do anything at this point in time, because I think next turn probably Luminous Broodmoth is a better play. Delny coming in, fantastic for us, because we're just Path to Exiling Delny without a care in the world, and we got the win. Now, this game will go into the video, but obviously this is not going to be the last game, because Our opponent just gave up when he lost his 3-cost commander. Like, he was gonna get another land. He was gonna be on 4, just 1 away from being able to actually play his commander, but whatever. It's the fact that Brawl doesn't really have a competitive side to it, except if you make it competitive, which I try to. I try to win games, not just have fun, but to win them. So let's get into hopefully our final game. Lyra Dawnbringer is a very good card as well. So this is going to be Angels, 1,000,000%. I cannot keep this end. Like 2 green, 5th footputs would be amazing, but not great mana. This one is much better. Because I will start with Plains, Mother of Runes, and then turn 2 I'll most likely play the Pathway. Kinda, I wouldn't say no to an untapped red source, you know, that would be cool. Dowsing Dagger. Dowsing Dagger. Okay, that's cool, I guess. So yeah, I think that is the best play, and I will go with Ajani. Will not attack because I kind of want to, like, if our opponent tries to exile Ajani, you know, I kind of want to not let him. If it's just killing Ajani, that's a little bit different. But now we're gonna attack with both of these and create a little token. The logic remains the same. We are getting a little mana screwed, not the right colors, not the right quantity even. Beginning of end step, Bruna in Brizella. Yeah, that sounds terrible for me. So my turn. Okay, we got another land, but not necessarily the one we wanted. So I'm going to attack with just this, see if our opponent takes the bait or not. And we still keep getting the same colors. So that is weird, right? Or is it just me? Maybe it's just me. Well, at least with the Vizier we can play whatever we want. So let's see. You may transform this equipment. It's gonna be a lot of damage. So it's gonna transform the equipment for nothing. A lot of damage, a lot of mana. I mean, now other angels get +1/+1 and lifelink. That's normal. That's expected. And you got another one. Okay, we get the land, but it's now it kind of doesn't matter. So I think I'm gonna go with Rocco. I'm gonna get a Guide of Souls, which is what I usually do. Guide of Souls, there we go. Now we'll go with that tap. I don't think it matters that much. So considering there's nothing to lose here, I will just attack with all of those. Literally nothing to lose. Our opponent will block whatever he wants to block. I know he's gonna gain life. I'm basically gifting him free life, but I cannot block with the cat either way, so might as well try and see if our opponent gets distracted or something. It gains protection from the color, right? So white. So everything is vigilance now. Ugh, we're very close to dying. That is terrible. That's probably the worst card we could have gotten. And that is, well, the next one is probably worse. So everything is trample. Yeah, I have to go for it. There's not really a point not to. Everything has trample, double strike, whatever, so vigilance as well. But I don't think we're gonna have any sort of luck with this one. So I'll do that and I'll protect what? I think a Johnny? White, yeah. So yeah, sure. Now we're gonna go to the second round of attacks. Well, this actually worked out perfectly for us, you know? So let's see. Yeah, okay, we got the win, I guess. I'm just gonna do this. And we got the win. That was actually pretty perfect, you know. That actually showcased perfectly what the deck wants to do. We were in a very, very, very tough spot. Mother of Runes and Jetmir came in clutch. Those two were fantastic. We tried baiting our opponent into blocking the Cat Warrior. We couldn't. I guess Drunken Master is not that drunk after all, but Jetmir with Vigilance, Trample and Double Strike, it's very difficult to stop, you know, especially when you're banking. I mean, our opponent was playing a life gain deck, a life gain, flyers, etc. So it was very difficult for us as well, but just in a different way, and we were a little screwed in terms of colors and etc. If it wasn't for Vizier of Menagerie that allowed us to spend mana of any type to cast creature spells, we wouldn't be able to play Jetmir. So that really was probably the most important card here in this game. But let's get into the final thoughts. I had a blast playing this. Jetmir really does some crazy stuff, you know. This little chunky cat with horns, cat demon, really can make a difference. I think Guide of Souls is such an underrated card, man. If you're playing in a heavy creature deck, Guide of Souls can make all the difference in the world for you. Just the amount of life you've seen me gain in a turn because I had cards that created a lot of tokens. And I even forgot about other cards like, for example, Scoot Swarm and Shaya that work perfectly together. And if we played those two, everything would be a land. Like, we could go super wide, you know. So there are so many ways to build Jetmir and to utilize Guide of Souls and to utilize that enchantment, something of Scurry, that gives you a lot of energy. So my thought process with this deck was basically this, you know. Whenever we can, we will get a lot of energy. That's why I put a lot of those cards into the deck, a lot of energy cards. Utilizing Guide of Souls, getting him with Rocco pretty much every time we tried. But apart from that, man, I really had a blast playing this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to leave that like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. We are very close to hitting the 300 sub goal. My last video also is performing very, very, very well. So thank you so much for that. Hopefully this video will also perform well and you guys will enjoy it. And I guess that's it. Let me know down in the comments if you guys try out this deck or if you have a different list. I'm more than happy to take a look at it and maybe even try the Jetmir 2.0 with your guys' ideas. So yeah, I guess that's it. I'm not gonna keep this much longer than it needs to be. So I'll see you on the next one.